Support for the Leadoff on WGLT and WGLT.org comes from the Central Illinois Regional Airport, where travelers are one stop away from world destinations. Connections on American Airlines to Chicago or to Dallas-Fort Worth are available daily. Close, convenient, CIRA. More at CIRA.com.
The youngest of a comedy dynasty will be in Bloomington next week for a show downtown. It's one of the things you need to know to start your day for Thursday, September 12th. I'm Ryan Denham, and this is WGLT's The Leadoff. Now let's lead off with a remembrance marking 23 years since the day of the 9/11 attacks. The American Legion Honor Guard hosted that remembrance outside the McLean County Museum of History in Bloomington. Here's an audio postcard.
23 years ago, I was out at State Farm working, and all of a sudden, the place just became a tomb. It was so quiet, you could hear a pin drop.
Shock, sorrow, anger. Those were the three words that probably best described most of us on that day and for many days after that.
That day changed all of us. To this day, it's changed all of us. We don't travel the same way we did before that. We don't trust the same way that we did before that.
9/11 ushered in a new level of patriotism. Sales of American flags soared as the Stars and Stripes were displayed on offices, vehicles, outside of homes. Virtually everywhere you can see an American flag. Many Americans still wear flag lapel pins.
My last word to you guys is, please, please remember. Thank you.
The speakers were Diane Plausel and Jerry Vogler. That audio postcard produced by WGLT's Eric Stock and Katie Cerveny. Here are some other stories we're following in the WGLT newsroom. Champaign area lawmakers say they want legislation to ban carbon capture near the Mahomet Aquifer. That's the underground water flow that supplies nearly 1 million people in central Illinois with their drinking water. Illinois Wesleyan has made it easier for Bloomington Normal high schoolers to stay close to home for college. A pilot program there, granting direct admission to graduating seniors, doubled the number of Bloomington high school students who enrolled at Illinois Wesleyan. And a wrongful death lawsuit in McLean County has been dismissed after the victim's family received an insurance settlement. You can find more on these stories at WGLT.org. The youngest of a comedy dynasty will be in Bloomington next week. Marlon Wayans brings his latest stand-up tour to Grosinger Motors Arena. Wayans' Wild Child tour comes in the heels of Good Grief, an Amazon Prime comedy special filmed at the Apollo Theater in Harlem. He ended Good Grief there because it's where he grew up. He told jokes to process the death of his parents and emerge from the deep depression it caused. In one setup, Wayans quoted his mother, "You learn to laugh in your worst moments, and you're going to smile the rest of your days." Wayans tells WGLT's Lauren Warnicki that he's smiling now.
Now I'm better. I think that helped me. The journey of talking about them and now they're with me, and they're just, I'm always going to miss them, but that pain I was feeling is kind of surrendered. So I kind of put myself through therapy, but I've also had some great therapists as well. But the audience really doesn't know how much they supported me mentally, spiritually, and emotionally through a 2-year, 3-year run from losing my mother to losing my father to finding myself.
You started doing stand-up when you were like 19, a teenager, and then stopped for a long time. You explained this in God Loves Me.
Yeah.
How real is Chris Rock's role in your stand-up career?
Everything I said in Good Grief is 150% true. And Chris Rock did heckle me and when I was 19, and I quit stand-up for 20 years, and then I came back to it. And, I don't think he was doing it to be malicious. I love Rock. Rock is like a big brother. So, I just, God made me take that break. And then now I come back and, I'm going to stay on these stages and I'm going to become legendary doing it. Those setbacks to me, it's just gaining momentum for a huge jump forward. And I feel like I'm progressing with each special. And now me and Chris, sometimes we share a stage together. it's great being able to be back on my horse and really learning how to ride. And I feel like I just keep progressing. Every special I get better.
Comedy is hard. Stand-up is really hard. So I wonder if somehow, in hindsight, that worked to your advantage coming into it really in a confident place.
It really did, because now it's like when I'm doing it, a lot of guys are tired, right? I'm doing it for so long. I'm like this new kid that's just like, I can't wait to do more of it.
So much of your TV and film work has been with your brothers or with family members. And I wonder also about the role of stand-up as being just you and all you.
Yeah, I think that being with my brothers prepared me for being me and all me. I think without finding my own identity amongst them, it's easier for me to find my identity amongst the other stars and other comedians, because I have my own voice. And, when you come from a big family, sometimes you kind of share a voice, but we somehow magically found a way to be so different, each one of us as artists. Being with my brothers around those legends and my sister, I think it prepared me for my own legacy.
You and your whole family have always been a little ahead of the curve when it comes to using comedy to subversively say something. And yes. I wonder how you feel now being more of an elder statesman, how you feel about the youngins coming up behind you, and maybe how the Wayans family moved the needle.
I think we've taught people to not just be actors, but to be visionaries. And I'm proud to see more young visionaries come along, more people taking hold of their destiny and writing more and producing, and not just being talent waiting to be casted. But I'm happy me and my brothers, paved the way. But my brother and Robert Townsend and Damon and those guys, and Eddie, paved the way for me.
Marlon Wayans appears September 20th at Grossinger Motors Arena. He spoke with WGLT's Lauren Warnicki. You can hear the rest of their conversation tonight at 5 on WGLT's news magazine, Sound Ideas. And before we let you go, the McLean County Board meets at 5:30 tonight at the Government Center. On the agenda is a coordinator position for the Veterans Treatment Court in the 11th Judicial Circuit. And that's it for today. I'm Ryan Denham. The show's produced by Rosalie Truback. You can subscribe to the Leadoff on the NPR app or wherever you listen.